Okay, something interesting that I found out today. There's this film called Overboard, which is a really great, funny film from the 1980s. It's a romantic comedy. It stars Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. And this film is being remade. But if you haven't seen the original, in a nutshell, he's poor, she's rich, he does a job for her, she doesn't pay him, she insults him, she then has an accident and loses her memory, he takes advantage of this situation and wades in pretending to be her husband in order to kind of get revenge and also get a bit of his money back as well. It's a great film, it's a funny film, they end up falling in love, it's a happy ending. But they're doing a remake of this film anyway, and what they're going to do in this remake, in typical Hollywood fashion in recent times, they're doing a gender reversal. So instead of it being a rich woman, it's now a rich man. He's going to lose his memory, and she's going to pretend to be the wife, presumably when the actual film comes out. That's the way it's going to play out. So this isn't the first time we've had a gender reversal, but what's interesting here is it's a swap. It's not just like a man is now a woman, you also got a woman that is now a man in these roles. So whatever you've got to say about gender reversals, it kind of cancels itself out here. Now, we've had a few interesting examples in recent times with gender reversals. We had the ancient one played by Tilda Swinton in Doctor Strange. Originally that character was an Asian man, but they then cast a white woman in the role, which pissed off a lot of people that are into intersectionalism and all that kind of stuff. Now, you've got the argument, well, it's whitewashing, it's racist because it should be an Asian person, but at the same time you can say, well, it's just pandering to the SJWs and political correctness by having it as a woman now. So, however you look at it, you can't win. Similarly, the 2014 remake of RoboCop, the original one, you had a white female as Officer Lewis. In the remake, you have a black man. So you can say, well, it's pandering to SJWs and political correctness by having a white person as a black person now. On the flip side, you've got toxic masculinity. This strong female character is now a man. So again, you just can't win. Now, last year we had this remake of Ghostbusters. It was an all-female cast. Now, I don't think in and of itself doing a gender reversal is a recipe for disaster. It's just if the film itself isn't very good, then that's the way we should look at it. Now, the problem with this film is it was surrounded by controversy because of a number of specific reasons. Leslie Jones was one of the characters in the film. I didn't hate on her character in the film when I saw it, but to be honest, I didn't really know much about her at the time when I saw it. But if you kind of look into her, she's somebody that is extremely guilty of race baiting and being a hypocrite and playing the victim when she gets it dished back at her. And I know there was a lot of really out of order stuff happened, in the kind of campaign against her. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm saying is, this is the kind of crap that leaks into your ability to review the film on its own merit. So it was very difficult reviewing Ghostbusters and saying, look, it's not great, but it's not all that bad. I mean, it was guilty of a lot of things. I mean, it was a film composed entirely out of spite against men. It was very evident from watching that. But again, it wasn't that bad of a film. I have seen far, far worse remakes. I've seen far worse films in general than this. Not one I'd want to watch again, don't get me wrong. But again, this person, Leslie Jones, got a lot of hatred because of stuff like this. She had a hate campaign following behind her, and that was what really affected the ability to review the film. And as a film reviewer myself, it pisses me off that this happens. Now, there's a remake of Lord of the Flies that is in the works apparently, and they've done a gender reversal again. So instead of it being about a load of boys, it's going to be about a load of girls, which seems very strange. I mean, who knows what the film will be like if it's any good. It's a very strange thing. It'd be kind of like doing a Ninja Turtles film, but without turtles, they're just humans. It's like, okay, that's interesting. But again, the SJW side of things, they got up in arms and saying that it's toxic masculinity. I mean, this bottom tweet here could just be somebody taking the piss, but this is the kind of crap that you see anyway. So again, it kind of makes it difficult to talk about the film in any kind of fair and balanced way. Now, also recently, well today actually, I was reading this about an Aladdin live-action remake. They've cast a white man in this, not a recasting of an existing character. From what I understand, it's a new character. But again, look at this crap here. This is racist crap, but it's coming from the social justice warrior side of things, saying that you shouldn't have a white person in it's, what the hell, it's utterly ridiculous, and it makes it difficult, like I say, as a film reviewer, to talk about these things and say what you actually think about a film and its own merits, because it's all this other crap that's surrounding it. So who knows what this Overboard film will be like. I'm hoping that because you're kind of recasting a woman as a man, but equally recasting a man as a woman, that the debate will cancel itself out. You would think that, logically speaking, you would think that, but the social justice warrior side of things kind of abandons fact and logic, and equally the kind of trolling side of things and the race baiting side on the other side of the spectrum also abandons fact and logic. And the internet and social media being what it is makes it difficult to talk about these things without getting equally trolled yourself. So let's just enjoy these films or not, if they are enjoyable or not. Let's leave all this crap that surrounds them aside. I mean, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. He's a bit of a bastard in real life. Do you think I don't know this? You just kind of have to ignore it, and where you can anyway. I mean, it depends how far you want to go with it. I wouldn't listen to Gary Glitter, for example. I wouldn't ignore the fact that he's a paedophile and enjoy his music for what it is. That's going too far. But, you know, rambling now anyway. I'll just leave it there and say this isn't something that I normally talk about because, well, for that reason, it's just nonsense. See what happens with this film anyway when it comes out. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say. I don't really know much beyond that, so I'll just leave it there and say thanks for watching. This is Branix Reviews. You can follow us on social media. Just keep the race baiting and the trolling to a minimum, guys and girls. Thank you very much.